WMMS.
Good afternoon. Hi there. Greetings. Welcome. How you doing? I don't think we're on delay on the video.
I think we are.
Are we really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, we are. Looked like Mary was moving in real time there.
Maybe I am.
And again, she likes to do that. She likes to move.
When I move, you move.
It's like that.
Anyway, what's going on? My name is Alan Cox. Thanks for being here. If you are not, well, Bill Squire's here. Say hi to him.
What's up? Creepy hugs, everybody.
Mary Santora, the aforementioned, is right here, too.
In real time, baby.
Real time. Poundcake is back in Studio G.
Afternoon, white people. Hello.
Like a real G. We can all look forward to another award-winning Poundcake sports break today. It's a Wednesday. Very exciting since he has won. And I have to say, I fully expected this to go to his head, and I think he's kept a pretty cool dome over it so far.
I think so.
But he did win Best Sports Talker in Cleveland Scene Magazine's Best of Cleveland 2023. And so these are now legitimately award-winning Poundcake sports breaks for later on. But I did, I tagged Poundcake in one of Super Pimp's Instagram posts because he was wearing a lemon yellow suit. People know who Super Pimp is. He's like the nightlife ambassador in downtown Cleveland, has been for many, many years. And from what I could tell from his posts and just meeting him and talking to him over the years, he likes the nightlife. He likes to boogie. And,
That's crazy because those things don't usually go hand in hand, and he makes it work somehow.
That's what I told him. I said, man, before this, you had to take your pick. You could go out at night, but don't you dare boogie. He was able to really mesh the two of those together. That's the secret power.
Visionary.
But anyway, yeah, very much so. But again, I thought that Poundcake might want to seek his counsel on how to get himself some fine-ass threads, if in fact that's what he's going to do. Now, again, I think we'd all love to see that. Poundcake all gussied up in his Sunday finest.
We're still waiting for them to announce if there's actually going to be a party or not.
When they have a date, that's when I'll,
Oh, I see. Yeah, I guess there's no point in prematurely preparing, right?
just have an outfit all there, sitting, waiting to be worn. That's kind of embarrassing.
Staring at you? Well, why is it embarrassing? It's just you staring at it.
Well, you could also...
Say, man, I can't wait to wear you out.
You could get it and wear it for another occasion.
What's another occasion?
Where you wear something yellow?
Dude, brush.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Dude, wear a yellow suit to my taping. And just like every shot of the crowd, you just see this banana man in the middle of the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, Mary and Bill will be performing. If I'm able to go.
Preforming.
If I'm able to go, maybe Cody and I will wear matching outfits.
There you go.
Matching yellow
I like
suit.
your outfit today, Alan, by the way. I like your little jacket.
What am I wearing? Oh, just my denim jacket.
Yeah, I think that's pretty slick because it's not the color of denim. It's like gray.
Well, it's like an
green.
army green. Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe it comes across differently.
That's fine. Thank you. Either way, right? If you want to join us today, please do. 216-578-1007, 800-348-1007. If you want to send me a text, that number is 35192. You can watch live at alancoxshow.com. Alan, it's a sad day. Bryce Springstring has postponed the remainder of his concerts this year. I saw that. Bruce Springsteen postponed a handful of shows a couple of weeks ago. He's been having some peptic ulcer issues. I mean, listen, as much as the guy runs around and is in very good shape, he is an older man now. I think Cleveland was one of the shows that was postponed.
I thought that was back in April.
Yeah, but I thought that they had rescheduled it, and now it's canceled.
Okay,
yeah,
wow, that's a bummer.
They had kicked the can down the road a couple of times.
That's a bummer. Well, maybe if it's... I might go try and check that. I'm always on the fence with him, but the more I give myself over to...
You're on the fence with Springstring.
Yeah, I never really got deep into him, but the more he's been showing up on some of the playlists that I have, I'm like, okay, I actually am more of a fan of Bruce Springsteen than I thought.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I've never, if a Bruce Springsteen song comes on the radio, I've never turned it off. I don't ever recall turning it off. There are songs I like more than others.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he got famous he wrote a song called Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yeah. Really under the radar before then.
This is the power of Bryce Springsteen. He put himself and Santa Claus on the map.
Yeah. People didn't even really know about Santa.
Nope. Everybody was still putting butter in their shoes for St. Nicholas.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy comes along, and they're like, hey, maybe this guy's onto something, right? He's pulling Courtney Cox up on stage, no relation, and just being great.
I was watching High Fidelity on Saturday with a friend. She had never seen it before, and I haven't watched it in forever, and I love that movie so much. I forgot about that scene where he's talking about calling up his exes, and it's like it'd be like a Bruce Springsteen song, and then it cuts back and forth between him and Bruce.
Yeah.
And Bruce is just like, oh, they'd feel better maybe, but you feel better for sure.
He's tuning a guitar and talking to him.
And yeah, just kind of jamming a little bit. It's great. It's so funny.
And that was a big deal at the time because a lot of people had asked Bruce Springsteen to do things in movies, and somehow, I don't know if Nick Hornby did it or I don't know, but whoever got the inside track with Springsteen got it to happen.
They come into the room the next day. We got Springsteen. You guys, we got
Yes.
him. We got him.
The Santa Claus guy?
Santa Claus guy. Santa Claus and Bruce are coming to town.
You're never going to believe it.
It's just
Oh,
such a
boy.
funny bit. And that movie, I know you hate Jack Black, but I think you would like that movie,
I'm not gonna
Mary.
watch it.
You got to watch it.
You can't tell me
It's
what to
great.
You should watch the movie just so we get, because he is in it and he is peak Jack Black.
He is
but
full Jack Black.
But I wonder if the rest of the movie would be enough because it also has the lovely Catherine Zeta-Jones in it too. Lily Taylor's in it, of course, playing some of his exes.
And John Cusack is just phenomenal in it. Tim Robbins' character is great.
Oh, God, yeah.
His character.
Ian.
Cusack is great in that movie. He's really great in that movie.
Cusack's great in every movie. I don't care.
Yeah.
I know he does a lot of like straight to DVD stuff now, straight to streaming, whatever. That's the bulk of his.
That's the world
stuff
that we
now.
live in now, too.
Yeah, but he was ahead of the curve.
Well, you
I
gotta
think
be,
he and Samuel L.
if you're
Jackson.
not first, you're last.
That's right. I think he and Samuel L. Jackson have done about a half a dozen movies together, varying degrees of success. By the way, yeah, somebody mentioned to me that our buddy Mark Maron turned 60 years old today, which is that's pretty wild.
Happy birthday.
But today is also the 37th anniversary of the Cleveland Balloon Fest,
Oh, yeah.
which is when it's alternately referred to as a celebration and an unmitigated disaster.
It's finally getting attention, too. I've been talking about Balloon Fest for a long time, and we've talked about it on the show a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But now people are catching on, and it's getting celebrated on a yearly basis now. Well, not celebrated, but like people are sharing the videos and stuff every year now, and it's just the craziest thing.
This is when they thought that, I'm not getting any audio. Great. Anyway, for people who are uninitiated, this was something where the city of Cleveland, for whatever reason, right? Like, we got to do something for Cleveland, and they released 1.5 million balloons. For whatever reason, they did this in the fall. Maybe they thought the weather in the summertime would be worse, but they did it, 37 years ago today. And the wind and an incoming storm and all this stuff shifted the balloons, and so they all, rather than floating out into the ether, which was the plan, a lot of them, by the wind currents changing, got forced back down to the ground. And so they had to shut down Burke Lakefront Airport. There were cars crashing on the expressways because 1.5 million balloons came back down to Earth.
Right.
It was causing problems. I think a couple of people died in the craziness, low visibility, emergency service challenges.
There was a boat out on Lake Erie that ended up capsizing, and the rescue crews couldn't get out to them or something like that. And that's why people died.
So Big Chuck and Little John did their level best to host this thing. It was on the local television stations or something. And again, there had been months of preparation for this. And but there's plenty of news footage on it. But a couple of people hit me up and said today, it was 37 years ago today. It was a world record-breaking attempt right here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Another one of my favorite mishaps in Cleveland history from the 80s was when they did the softball toss off the Terminal Tower.
Oh, yeah?
It was the owner of the Cavs. He owned a softball team at the time, too. And
Was that Gund? Who
no, it was
owned?
before Gunn.
Okay.
I can't remember the guy's name, but he was just a terrible owner. And he was trying to promote...
Ted Stepien.
Ted Stepien, yes. And he was trying to promote this professional softball league that he was an owner in. And he was just chucking softballs off the Terminal Tower into Public Square, and they were hitting cars. One hit a dude and broke his wrist, or a lady and broke her wrist or something.
Why would they do that? Why would anyone agree? Why would the city agree to do that?
I don't
Didn't someone
know.
throw turkeys one time too, or like chickens or something?
You're
That's
thinking
it.
of WKRP in Cincinnati.
That's it.
Oh, is that a bit?
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
That one, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's fake.
that one was fake.
Okay.
But the
But we
softball
do it
toss was
real.
real.
Yeah, okay.
The softball toss was real, and it was a mess.
Indians wanted no part of recreating a 1938 stunt on its 50th anniversary. Cleveland Cavaliers owner Ted Stepien had no problems with that at all. So 5,000 people were at the base of the Terminal Tower as he threw softballs from the top. Why would anyone do that? I mean, just as a business owner, you'd go, I'm going to be paying
didn't
so much
understand
money
science.
in lawsuits.
Well, people didn't sue that much back then. In 1938?
No,
No.
was
This is
in, like,
1980. This was
Oh.
this was the 50th anniversary of the 1938 stunt,
Yeah.
and the baseball team is like, no, thank you, because they, how Ted Stepien didn't figure that out. Who knows? Cars were dented. Spectators were injured. He ended up a little light in the wallet. He settled a lawsuit by a woman who broke her wrist.
That's what it was, the woman, yeah.
But holy cow. What a bad idea. And again, he goes, well, I'm rich. Something happens. I'll pay him.
for it,
Yeah,
right?
it's not like the guy doesn't know how gravity works. He's like, I'll figure it out.
I guess he couldn't even really see where the balls were going because of the way, like, from the viewing platform that he was on, you can't really see down.
I've never been up there.
So he
Me
was
either.
just chucking them over the side.
You know what he should have done? He should have filled them with helium, and then they could have gone up.
Oh.
And,
Softballs?
Yeah.
I've been in the sky deck
Pull
of...
out the core. Just fill it with helium. What?
I've been to the sky deck of observation deck of Terminal Tower, but I know there's probably a place above that that I haven't. Okay, I haven't.
And what
been.
did you observe?
That it's very high.
But you can
It's a long
observe
way
that
down.
from the ground.
I understand
Different
that, but it's
perspective.
different perspective.
Ah.
But the fact that there's a part higher where you can just go up there and like chill.
Is there a restaurant up there?
No, there's nothing up there.
Nothing
I don't
up
know.
there.
He might have been in that observation deck. I don't know.
Years ago, I saw
But
EV
it's-
DJ from up there. So.
It's like 30 years ago or 40 years ago, so I don't know if they had the same setup.
June
the time.
24th, 1980.
Yeah.
So a long time ago.
Yeah, over 40 years.
Michael Jackson was still black. That's how I
Cody's
timestamped
timeline.
things.
Thank God for that.
Sorry. That's how
He
I
was
know.
off the wall. I got a break here. If you want to send a text for anything, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com is how you can watch live, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio.